Hello everyone, I am going to explain question number 14 from exercise 4.1 and this question belongs from 11th class maths. So in this question, prove the following by using the principle of mathematical induction for all n belongs to capital N. So this n, small n is the n which they are used in the question and this capital N is the set of natural numbers. So they want to mean that this statement is true for any value of n which belongs from the set of natural numbers. Set of natural numbers means plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4 like this. So for 1, 2, 3, whatever value of n you have to replace, we have to bring that it's true. So now by what we have to prove? By using the principle of mathematical induction. So mainly the principle of mathematical induction is carried out in these three steps which I wrote here. Firstly, we are going to assume this mathematical statement as Pn. And then in step 1, for n equal to 1, we have to bring that Pn is true. Whatever mathematical statement, we have to bring that for n equal to 1 is true. Then in second step, for n equal to k, we have to assume that Pk is true. So let means assumption. So this is our assumption that Pk is true for n equal to k, where k is any positive number. Randomly we took any variable. Now in third step, we have to bring Pk plus 1 is true whenever Pk is true. So this means is by using the Pk statement, we have to prove Pk plus 1 is true. So what I said, by using Pk statement, we have to prove Pk plus 1 is true. So now we are going to carry out these three steps. So first what I said, we have to assume the mathematical statement as Pn. So I wrote here already. Let the statement, so it's a statement students, let the statement Pn is defined as, so whatever be the mathematical statement, you just write down it as Pn and two dots. So it's a mathematical statement and its mathematical statement's name is Pn. Now in step 1, for n equal to 1, so just write down all substituting n equal to 1 in the left hand side of Pn. So first we solve the left hand side and then we solve the right hand side, and we have to check whether the left hand side of P1 and the right hand side of P1 statement is true or not. So now I am going to proceed this. So we write here left hand side of P1 is equal to, now P1 means instead of n I took here 1. So only first bracket you have to take, that is the minimum of P1, and if you have here 2, then you have to take 2 brackets. If you have here 3, then you have to take first 3 brackets. Like this it will continue. Now since recently just now we have here 1, so we have to take only the first bracket. So I am writing a first bracket from the left hand side of Pn statement, that is 1 plus 1 upon 1, that will give us 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. Now similarly means we are going to substitute in right hand side also n equal to 1. Similarly, right hand side of P1 is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now how I obtain here? So what is your right hand side? N plus 1. So instead of n we have to write down here 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2. So what we found, left hand side is also 2 and right hand side of P1 is also 2. So we write here which implies left hand side of P1 is equal to right hand side of P1. Thus for n equal to 1, Pn is true. So step 1 completed. Now we will move to the step 2. So in step 2 assumption is there. So we write down let Pn is true for n equal to k, where k is any positive integer. So this is our assumption. So in this Pn statement, Wherever n is there, we are going to replace it by k, so it will convert to the statement pk. So I would write down the statement pk now. We don't have to prove, we assume that it's true. So this is our assumption. In step second, we have to only assume. So I am writing with the help of question because it got hide here. So the statement pk is going to be 1 plus 1 upon 1, then 1 plus 1 upon 2, then 1 plus 1 upon 3, and it's extended up to 1 plus 1 upon k. So you can check the question. In question here we have n, so instead of n I wrote here k, and here is going to be k plus 1. So this is step second completed. Now we will move to the step third. In step third, we are going to write down that we have to prove statement p k plus 1 is true whenever statement pk is true. So with the help of pk statement, we have to bring pk plus 1 is true. So we are going to write down this equation here as it is. So first I am going to assume this equation as first equation because we are going to use that. So it's going to be equation 1. So we'll write here from equation 1 we have, so we'll write the equation 1 here. Only question is write down, not the statement pk. So it's going to be 1 plus 1 upon 1, and then 1 plus 1 upon 2, then 1 plus 1 upon 3, extended up to 1 plus 1 upon k is equal to k plus 1. Now we have, so this is our pk statement. Now we should note here that if the statement is pk, that time the left hand side is ending with k here. So if we have here k plus 1, then it should end here by k plus 1. So what extra terms we need here to be multiplied to convert it to the pk plus 1 statement? The extra term which we need is 1 plus 1 upon k plus 1. So this term we have to multiply in both the sides of above equations. We will write down on multiplying above equation by this we get. So this term we have to multiply in both the sides of the above equation. So how I obtain this? By comparing. So if we have here k, then it is ending by 1 plus 1 upon k. So if we need here k plus 1, then it should end by 1 plus 1 upon k plus 1. So it's going to be, p k plus 1. The statement is 1 plus 1 upon 1 and 1 plus 1 upon 2, then 1 plus 1 upon 3, and it's extended up to 1 plus 1 upon k, then 1 plus 1 upon k plus 1, and in right side also we are going to multiply by the same thing, that is 1 plus 1 upon k plus 1. So I shifted this side. So what we have done here, so in this statement, in the left side also we had multiplied by 1 plus 1 upon k plus 1, and in right side also we had multiplied the right hand side, that is k plus 1, by 1 plus 1 upon k plus 1. Now only right side we have to solve. So to solve it, first we will take the LCM here. So it's going to be, so only right side I am just writing again because it is not visible properly. So bracket k plus 1 and bracket 1 plus 1 upon k plus 1. Now we will take here the LCM. So it's going to be this bracket as it is, and in this bracket we are going to take the LCM. So it is going to be k plus 1. Here also k plus 1, then plus 1. Now after taking LCM, so I hope LCM is clear to you. We can see that this bracket and this bracket we can cancel out. So we are remained with k plus 1 plus 1. So before solving it, once we are going to check that the right hand side should appear in which format. For that I am writing here the right hand side of Pn. The right hand side of Pn is n plus 1. You can check in your book question. So if we have here k plus 1, then the right hand side should end by k plus 1 plus 1, because you see here, if we have n here, then it should end by n plus 1. So if we have k plus 1, then it should end by k plus 1 plus 1. So right side is already in this format, so we not have to change anything. We'll keep this as it is. Now since successfully we had converted the pk plus 1 in the format of Pn statement, that's why we can say that this statement is true. But it is only true if pk is true. So that we have to write down. So we write here, thus statement pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. So all three steps completed. Now we conclude the answer. Hence, by principle of mathematical induction, so hence by principle of mathematical induction, Pn is true for all natural numbers. So this question is completed. So I hope this question is clear to you. Further, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment so that I can clear up your doubts. Thank you.